Okay, Matt. Well, the season hasn't finished, mate, but it has, of course, for our lot and for your breakers as well. You've had a bit of time just to breathe, to look back. How do you assess it in terms of success, in terms of what you wanted to achieve at the outset?
Yeah, it was a bit of a strange season. And coming off of last season when we were, 3.5 minutes away from a championship, this was my sixth season as owner of the Breakers. And I think I've said it after all six that with a team and an organization like the Breakers and the history that we have, unless you win a championship and you're, celebrating at a ring ceremony, it feels like a failure. But, that being said, I'm very proud of what we achieved this year, given the circumstances. And, every team deals with injuries. Last year, we were largely healthy. We made the finals. This year, we dealt with significant injuries to all of our imports, including two guys having season ending injuries. Our key locals, Finn and Will, dealing with injuries. And, I'm proud of the staff. I'm proud of the commercial team. And, we shift pretty quickly from, okay, it's disappointing, the season's over, to the next day. All right, how do we build for next year? And I think we did a really good job. Last year we had three of the best imports in the league. We had to replace them all. That's the nature of our business. When you come and play well for the Breakers, and Jarrell Brantley gets offered $1 million in Japan, and we had to retool. And I think this year we had the best, import trio in the entire league. We did well. And, now the focus is building from the start. So while it's always disappointing to not end the season on a win, onwards and upwards, and we're already preparing for next season.
Yeah, a lot to process here, but I'll tell you what I like. I like hearing the fact that you are disappointed. I can feel it in your voice as well. We just lost a cricket test to Australia yesterday, and one of the most frustrating things is one of the New Zealand players afterwards saying, oh, look, we're not defined by results, we're not defined by outcomes. Now, I don't know, whether or not that was lost in translation, but first and foremost, you're playing professional sport to win, right? To win. That's the point. And when you don't win, it's got to bloody hurt, mate. There has to be a period there where you sit there and you sulk about it.
I just got goosebumps thinking when I heard that, because while I can say that I'm proud, when I can say that I'm proud of what we achieved in terms of our resilience, that doesn't one bit mute the disappointment that we have losing in the play-in tournament. I was there in Illawarra, came down to the wire. We make some free throws. You never know what happens. But yeah, I'm heartbroken. I mean, this is year six. I think one of the things that made me successful as a player and has made me successful as a businessman is I'm so competitive. I want to win everything, for whatever that means. Ping pong in the office, shooting competition, and that certainly, I think that our whole team feels that. And I can just give you a little anecdote. After the game in Illawarra, we brought some beers up for the guys, some wine, and everyone's kind of sitting around. And me and Modi were in the corner talking with his phone up, looking at all the free agents that there are for
I
locals
love
around
that
the
guy.
league,
I love
talking
that
about
guy.
imports.
Yeah.
So we were immediately, I think part of the staff thought we were nuts, but there's a moment to reflect on the season, and that has to be quick. Yes, it hurts. It'll hurt all off season. I'm still hurting from last year's Game 5 of the finals, if we're being honest. But there's no doubt. I mean, we're ultra competitive, and it's not going to stop until we win multiple championships. Because once we win one, I can tell you the celebration will last the night, and then we'll be on to the planning. So win, lose, or draw, you have to feel it, and then you start preparing for the next game, the next day, the next season.
Matt Walsh, owner of the Breakers, is with us. Modi's still the guy, and how important is he to you?
Yes, 100%. He's the guy. I think that what Modi's been able to do, I think that this year was just as, important and successful in terms of a coaching job by our staff as it was last year. Last year we were very healthy, and Modi did a great job in year one. This year we had to balance a lot of different things, and he did a great job. I think most importantly, he's a good leader. The players believe in him. I certainly believe in him, and he'll certainly be back next year. And if it's up to me, he'll be around for a long time.
What plans do you have to improve the squad? I know that, look, there's many months to do this, but as you just mentioned, straight away you're looking at free agents straight away. And this is an ever moving beast of a thing, isn't it? If you don't improve, everyone improves around you next year. So do you have anything that you're able to share with us yet?
Yeah, so our league is so unique in that the talent pool for local players and stars just isn't as deep. It's not like you're playing in Europe and you get to pick from all the different countries. We're picking from Australia and New Zealand. And while basketball is amazing in Australia and New Zealand, a lot of the players, go to Japan, and there's a lot of different options. So for us, it always starts with our locals. And obviously, we've got some very important, mutual options with guys like Will McDowell-White, Finn Delaney. So for us, we're already building out our local roster, especially given that we only have one guy under contract, that's Dane Pineau. But I think you'll read something later on today, which Breakers fans, just a little forward. Breakers fans are going to be very excited about bringing a hometown New Zealand guy home. And, we're already going to be talking to imports and Next Stars. So for us, it's, we're roster. I'm not kidding when I say we were roster building an hour and a half after the game on Monday night. And for us, it starts with the locals. And if you look back at the championship years of the Breakers, it was because they had an incredible local core. Obviously, we've got a huge hole to fill at captain with Tom Abercrombie, best breaker ever, one of the best NBL players ever, retiring. But, we expect Isaiah Liafa to opt in. He's got a player option as well. And if we have Will back, Finn and Liafa, and, the announcement that I believe is going to happen later today, I think we've got a really good start. And then, I would argue that we've had the best import core trio in the league the last 2 years. And it's our job as a staff to do that again, because while building out a roster is, you have to have great locals. You also have to nail your imports. So, we're working. What I would tell Breakers fans is it's been incredible support they've had for us the last 2 years. And we're going to be better next year, and we're going to compete for a championship.
In terms of the Future Stars program and getting one of those guys down here again, I know, look, it's a human headline. It's great publicity, everything else. It's also what the league is about. Is there anyone that you're looking at potentially that could come down here and actually do that RJ role again?
Yeah, this year Montes was amazing. If you look at the numbers, Montes was by far the most productive Next Star in the entire league. And, he was a legitimate starter for us.